Welcome guys, welcome back to the Zeusdaz Unemulated Retro Game Channel, and I go by the name of Zeus, and for this shit game time I'm going to bring you a sequel to Akari Warriors Victory Road, aka Akari Warriors 2. This was brought to you on the Amiga back in 1989, so again by 1989 the Amiga had a pretty good collection of some very good games. In fact I think 1989 is when the likes of Shadow of the Beast came out, so really pushing the envelope a lot there. But then we get this. Now Akari Warriors was good on all formats, even the Amiga it was quite fun, even though it looked very primitive, but for some reason it worked. It was quite fun in two-player mode. It had a funny little tune going all the way through the game. This, however, the sequel, certainly not as enjoyable. There's no in-game music at all, just some sound effects. It's very rough. I can't put the full blame on the Amiga or the 8-bits because the arcade version itself wasn't that good. So we've got to take that into account, but regardless it is a shit game. And shockingly it was brought to you, it was published by Imagine, which is Department of Ocean, if you knew the software houses back then. Ocean is a software house I had great respect for because they brought fantastic games out for the 8 and 16-bit Ocean stroke Imagine. Some great games for the Atari ST and Amiga as well, but now and then they coughed up a stinker. I was quite shocked that this was brought to you by Imagine. If it was, it should have been a lot better than this. But we're going to crack on, see how far we can get, and see what the problems are with this game and why it's so shit. So, annoying title music as well, nothing brilliant there. One, okay. So here we are. It looks as if it's set in space, but it's not. It's actually, I think, in a swamp. I don't know what that is in front of me, but it doesn't seem to be harming me. See, the character looks very rigid and stiff. Yeah, it's very primitive for an Amiga game, there's no doubt about that. See, the weapons, it's not, there's no in-game music, which is what Akari Warriors 1 did have. Yeah, the graphics are really poor, aren't they? There's nothing to boast the Amiga there. Okay, Super Bomb. That's an annoying sound effect. Okay, what do I do with this? So I just walk up to him? Oh yeah, I just walk up. Oh no, I just dropped that weapon and I've died again already. It's actually quite a mess, this game, when you look at it. It's a mess. Oh, I got some armour. Oh, I did have. Oh no, it wasn't armour. Did it just kill me? Fucking hell. Yeah, you can't really make out the enemies sometimes because everything's so badly drawn. It looks really rough and cheap. Yeah, the character itself looks really poor, but the arcade version was like that as well. It's responsive enough, but I just keep fucking dying. I can't see, the problem is I can't see a lot of the time what's killing me. I don't know what that's moving there. Is it going to kill? Oh, there's a bomb. Now this thing's going to... What's that? What is that? I think I've died again. Game over. No continues. Nothing. That's it. Score. Let's have another go. I don't know what that's supposed to be. But like I said, it doesn't seem to be harming me. So I'm not going to do anything about it. Yeah, it's certainly nothing you'd show your mates to show off the Amiga, is it? It's pretty primitive and very well very childishly drawn, I think. You certainly wouldn't pay a full price for it. This is more like a budget, if that. It's a terrible sound effect again. See this, I think you just walk up to your enemies and slash them up. Yeah, there we go. And that's it. I don't even know what killed me there. I don't even know what killed me that time. No, I don't know what I've picked up there. It looks like an earthquake somewhere, but everything stopped scrolling now for a second or two. There we go again. I don't know what that... See, what are those things I'm shooting? They're so badly drawn. You can't make anything out. For the Amiga standards, this is pretty poor. If it was an original game, as in not a conversion from the arcade, it would get more on the shit rating meter. Because that means it's an original and they've done it, but they've actually followed an arcade parent here. I think once that stops, you can actually, yeah, that's right, you can go down, you get sucked down to these lower dungeons eventually. Stop fucking about and dancing around it. Okay, again, terrible animation. Oh, it's a guardian. Which I haven't hit at all yet. I hold my finger. Yeah, oh, there's a bomb. Okay. Now do that time. Come on, die. Ugh, this isn't a very... No way is this as enjoyable as Akari Warriors. And as I said, that was not exactly the best graphical game for the Amiga either, but it was fun. I think it helped having a little tune on it. How do you kill this fucking thing? It doesn't seem to be doing anything. What? I'm throwing about 100 bombs at you and you're not doing anything, are you? Actually, when I say the controls are responsive, they are to a certain extent. They're just very slow. Come on, die. I'm just going to bloody stand here. Have I actually got to... Ah, there we go. Right, thank you. Well, don't start that again. Just get on with it. Just jump down it. Right, anyway. Okay. Another one. No, I don't want to. I want to keep going. I can't bother to keep jumping down those things. What's that? Oh, I thought it was invincibility then. Terrible sound effect for that though. Is no, that's the one I like. That's cool. Alright, what's this one again? Ooh. He's obviously tribal or something, these things. I don't really know. Like I said, I can't make out. Ah. Oh, game over. That'll do me. Not very impressed with that game at all. I know it's a bad arcade version as well, but again, it could have been better, the arcade parent. But even so, it's still a shit game. It's still a shit conversion. It's pretty poor, and it was done by Ocean, which is very surprising. If it was done by US Gold, then that wouldn't surprise me at all. But let's get on with the shitometer. It's not very playable. It's not as good as Akari Warriors, which again was also a bit primitive. So what am I going to give this? Akari Warriors 2. It's not very good at all, is it? There's no in-game music. It's pretty boring. You can't see the characters. It's not very playable, as said. I'm going to give it a 90. I'm going to give it 90 shits on the shitometer. It's an Amiga game, don't forget, a 16-bit machine. Could have done a lot better than this crap. This, I'd understand it if this came out on the 8-bit. You know, a bit more colour than the Spectrum or the Commodore 64 Amstrad. This is more like those sort of computer graphics. It's certainly not an Amiga 500. Could have done a lot more. And if the arcade parent was that bad, then maybe the Amiga and Atari ST shouldn't have had a conversion of it, because those machines deserved a lot better than this. So there you go, guys, 90 shits on the shitometer. I hope you've enjoyed that shit game time, and until next time, take care of yourselves and happy gaming.